let's start this discussion, Siegfried, and start it from the top. Let's just go back some time and let's just talk about it. That what made you take the task for Team Pakistan and PHF? How did you came across to Team Pakistan, and did you put some terms and conditions with them, and did they agree to those terms and conditions when you started off with your job?
Yes, of course. Well, they asked me to come to Pakistan, okay, and they wanted to major change. They wanted to build a team for the future, and they wanted to come back to the top of the international hockey. So I accepted the chance. We would work with a young team, and we would develop that team step by step, a team who can perform. Okay. So I told them that if you want a magician and you want instant success, then you don't need to take me, because I'm not. But if you want to build steadily to a new team, I can do it, and that's something I want to do. So we talked about it. We made a planning for World Cup 2026.
Yeah.
And in that time, we wanted to be compatible with the teams, try to do our best. If we qualify for some tournaments, would be great. If not, it's part of our team. And I started with, I took 12 players from the junior team,
yeah,
they ended 11 at the World Cup. And that team I start building up, and I think we did very well. And under those circumstances, we agreed to do it. But it's always in Pakistan, there's a lot of things going on.
Yes.
And the leadership which was there, Asif Bajwa, who brought me in together with the president, Brigadier Cole, the leadership changed.
Yes.
And in the beginning, we worked well. We did some things. Of course, it's also funding and having the right equipment was difficult, but that I can understand, because if you want to do something like this,
yeah,
you have to make major changes, and it's a system change, and that system takes time. And meanwhile, people always expect instant success.
All right, Aikman, you spoke about
terms and conditions.
Yeah.
Pakistan Hockey Federation agreed. I had some request list from stuff which I needed to do the job, and they also agreed on that.
Okay.
All right. So, Aikman, you spoke about working with the players, and obviously a coach has to have these great relationships, working relationships with the players. So, if we ask you, what is your take on the skill set, the agility, the passion of Pakistani players, and like you said, it doesn't change overnight. It takes time to develop a team which is going through difficult times. So how do you see Pakistani team going from here? And also, what were the difficulties that you actually faced when you were here with Pakistan team?
Well, yes. Coming back on that, Pakistan doesn't have a real coaching structure. So they don't have a structured vision on hockey. So coaches are mostly coaches who played before, and they teach from what in the past. But hockey is developed to a science, and coaching is science. It works on sports science. Okay. So I saw that Pakistani hockey players can dodge very well, but they lack a lot of basic skills, and basic skills in relationship to how to apply them in a tactical way, because the tactical part did not develop. So
it's actually very interesting. So when we speak with any of the hockey players over here in Pakistan, they'll always say that we are still the best. But when we speak to you, we get to know that they lack on the basic skills, which is interesting fact.
Well, if you look at them, they touch, they make a lot of touches. The first touch is always one with the head down, and they have little overview. So they make many touches. Many touches means you're slowing down the game. Your opponent can regroup, can reorganize, can put pressure on you. So you need to do it in one touch, and that one touch needs to be good. And when you make that touch, you need to have an overview. Well, they were unable to do it. If you talk about defending skills, most players don't know what defending skills are. When I had them in the national team, I teach them how to defend, how to do their footwork, to what it mean, what kind of skills do you have? Do you delay? What are the principles of defending play? And how do you want to defend to attack? We were defending to attack. So we want to win the ball and then quick counter-attack and try to win space and go to the goal as soon as possible. So, because that's also the character of Pakistan hockey. But you need to win the ball. And when I came here, we got many cards, we got many fouls, because the defending not developed. And we worked very hard to improve the defending skills and directly utilize the advantage you have. And those things were not known by the players. So they had seen some on TV, but especially the skills about the footwork, about the body position, about the grip, about the timing. So those things is what they have to learn. And if you have a good coaching structure, you can teach your coaches, and then when players come to the national team, they are ready from a higher level. Nowadays, they come and we have to teach them everything. And that means that if you make changes in the group, you need to start all over again.
Exactly. By your statement, I get that if we talk about the domestic structure of hockey, which means if you had to train so much and you had to make these players learn so much at the higher stage, which means that this domestic structure and the way they have been progressing forward to the main team, that was not a right procedure then.
No, and because of that, Pakistan had a downfall in ranking.
Yeah.
You can see it at the world ranking. When I came, I think we stopped the downfall and we started to improve step by step. We tried to improve the ranking again. And
so,
we were not there yet.
Sorry for cutting you in between, but was this the main reason that we could not do better in the Asia Cup or in the Commonwealth Games? Because we were nowhere close to the top 3. We were ranked 7 in the Asia Cup and in the Commonwealth Games and 5th in the Asia Cup.
Yes, but look at the Commonwealth Games. We were the lowest ranked at the Commonwealth Games. True. So if you become 7, you did a good job. But that's not what, if you are looking at it from building up. If you look at it from we need to win, then you didn't do a good job. Because we didn't win. We became 7. But look at where we come from and where we were going to. And you could see that our play was improving. Our players were doing better. For instance, our match against Australia is a nice one. We created many goal-scoring opportunities. We created corners. We did well. But we lost the match 7-0. Everybody blamed us for losing 7-0. Australia played against India in the final. They beat India with 7-0. And India was much higher ranked.
Yes.
And they didn't create corners. They didn't create chances. So actually at that moment, we did better than India did against the mighty Australians. And so those things are very valuable. And if you put it in the right perspective, players can grow. But if you blame everything, then their confidence will go down. And then we have to work harder to get their confidence back.
All right,
but
so Aikman,
look, we cannot be the top of the world instantly. We need to get step by step. India did 20 years about this to bronze medal at the Olympics.
And exactly how long were you with the Pakistan team?
1 year. Sorry?
Exactly how long were you with the Pakistan team?
I've been there 1 year and 2 months, I think.
Yeah, so it's a lot, asking a lot from you in 1 year and Because I believe the Pakistan team was building and it was starting to grow further, but we need to have patience.
And also, Aikman, related to the same question, if we want to ask you for our viewers as to why did you resign from your position?
Yes.
And what was actually the salary issue that raised after you left? And whether it's PHF who is supposed to pay your salary or it's PSB which is supposed to pay your salary?
Just for the clarity, Aikman, while signing the contract, was that the Pakistan Sports Board that committed for giving you salary, or was it the Pakistan Hockey Federation?
It's a difficult one because I signed a contract with Pakistan Hockey Federation.
Okay.
And Pakistan Hockey Federation deal with Sports Board that they would cover the cost, my salary. And they did, I think, because I got paid first half year.
Okay.
And but I had signed with Pakistan Hockey Federation.
And you got paid through Pakistan Hockey Federation, or was it by PSB? Who was paying you when you were paid the salary?
I was paid through Pakistan Hockey Federation. They paid me.
Okay.
So they were the ones who were supposed to pay the remaining amount as well?
Yes, I had a contract.
Yeah.
But they had a contract or an agreement with Sports Board.
Yeah.
Because Asif Bajwa always said that the government guaranteed my salary. The Pakistan Sports Board. He said it in many interviews.
Yeah.
But as a coach, you have a contract with the federation. Because those are the ones who hired me.